President, His Holiness Sri Ishapriya Swamiji, as I seek your blessings, we begin this morning with a very special thought about the goodness and the sanctity that has been pervaded in this area because of the presence of the Swamiji. Honorary Secretary Dr. Sashi Kiran Umakant, Honorary Treasurer Dr. C.A. Prashant Holla, Principal Srimati Pratima Baliga, President of the Student Council Mr. Dhanush Shanai, Secretary of the Student Council Ritika Bhakta, Joint Secretary Asil Milroy Fernandez, teachers, guests, special invitees, and my dear students. When I was invited to participate in this event, I was wondering, what is it that I can share with you today? Particularly because, having attended several functions like this before, one thing I can assure you, you will remember nothing of what I am going to speak to you, because you have been listening to speeches, and most speeches are forgotten and best forgotten. So I was wondering what I should talk to you today. If there is something that is useful which I can share, I thought I will do that in the presence of all the distinguished people who are here, including the invitees, and I am addressing this specially to you, my dear students. Having been a teacher for well over 45 years, I started teaching in 1977. More than anything else, being a teacher has been the most fulfilling and satisfying experience for me. I may give up everything else in life, but never will I give up being a teacher. And I thought I'd share some thoughts about what it is to be part of this world, to be in this life, and to enjoy life. I want to tell you a few stories. The first story I'm going to share with you is the story of a famous tennis player, Arthur Ashe. Now, Arthur Ashe won the Wimbledon, and after he won the Wimbledon, much later he had to receive a blood transfusion, after which he got AIDS. And then he was in his deathbed. And many of his well-wishers told Arthur Ashe, "Why did this happen to you? Why did you get AIDS? And you have to die like this?" Arthur Ashe responded saying, 50 million children start playing tennis. 5 million actually play the game. From the 5 million, 500,000 come into the professional circuit. 50,000 come into the actual tennis circuit. 5,000 reach Grand Slam, 50 reach Wimbledon, 4 reach semi-finals, 2 reach finals. And I was one of the finalists, and I won the Wimbledon. At that time, I did not ask God, why me? Similarly, when this happens to me, I have no right to ask God, why me? The message is very clear. When we have certain difficulties in life, we ask ourselves, why me? Please remember, we never ask when something good happens to us, we never ask, why me? It's only when something that is difficult, something that is sad, that happens to us, that we ask, why me? Please remember, in life there are ups and downs. Learn to count your blessings. The first message I want to tell you, my dear students, learn to count your blessings. Sometimes you are not satisfied with your life, while many in this world are dreaming of living a life that you are living. Be thankful to God for the life that you have, for the parents that you have, for the people that you have, for the friends that you have, for the facilities that you have, for the education that you have. Please be thankful and grateful, and that will keep you happy. Please remember to count your blessings. I want to take you back to another story of Sunil Gavaskar. Most of you know Sunil Gavaskar today as a cricket commentator. I have seen Sunil Gavaskar as India's leading opening batsman. In 1987, he scored well in the Bangalore Test. He scored 96 in the second innings after having played well against Pakistan in the first innings. And overnight, he announced his retirement. People asked, why are you retiring? He said, I want to leave when people ask why not, why not. Leave when people ask why. And people were asking him, which was the best innings you have played? And you know what Sunil Gavaskar said? It is my third innings. People were confused. What is this third innings you are talking about? In Test cricket, those days there was only Test cricket, 2 innings. When he said third innings, people were wondering what he was talking about. He said, the first innings I play is the innings before I actually go to bat, that I play in my mind. The second innings is the actual innings I play on the field. The third innings is the innings of reflection, the innings of introspection, the innings that will help me to look back at what has happened. My dear students, this is the second message I want to give you. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from failure. You learn more from failure than you learn from successes. We have to learn to handle failure. When you learn to handle failure, you will learn to live life. Accept failure as a learning opportunity. Never think that failure has come as an obstacle. You must convert every failure from a stumbling block into a stepping stone. Sunil Gavaskar's message is this: when you have an opportunity to look back at what has happened, reflection on what has happened, learn from your mistakes, learn from failure. That is something that you must always remember. When you learn from failure, you are better equipped for the future. When you get into the world, you are going to be hearing of success. What is success? Success may have many definitions, and everybody will wish you success. Please remember, what is success? At the end of it, what is success? Success is the ability to spend time on things you love to do. When you can spend time on the things that you love to do, that is success. Not what you have to do. It will take time, But as you have your passion to do something, please do that. When you are able to spend your time and energy and effort on things you love to do, that is success. Now please remember another way of looking at success. What is success? Success is getting what you like. But what is happiness? Happiness is liking what you get. In life, you may not always get what you like, but nothing prevents you from liking what you get. This is something that I want you to remember always, the message that learn to like what you get. In life, you may not always get what you like, but please remember you can always like what you get, and that will keep you happy. That is happiness. As you progress in life, as you become professionals, you will hear this word excellence. What is excellence? Excellence, most people think, is becoming better than someone else. Excellence, my dear students, is becoming better than what you were yesterday. You become better than what you were yesterday. That is excellence, becoming better every day, improving, and that will happen when you reflect, when you learn from failure. Excellence is the ability to become better. Don't compare. The single most common mistake that is made by most people, parents, teachers, is comparison. We often compare with someone else. We are not here to compare. It doesn't matter. Let us do our best and give our best and enjoy what we do, and then we will excel. When you enjoy what you do, you will automatically excel. Excellence will come with enjoyment. Enjoyment will come when you start liking what you do. And when you start liking what you do, you will give your best. This is something I want you to remember, my dear students, at all times. Give your best, enjoy what you do, love what you do. In business, we use the word proactivity. Proactive. What do you mean by proactive? Proactive as against reactive. You can react to situations, but proactive means you spend your time, your energy, and your effort on things over which you have control. In this context, I want to give you the story of Dr. T.M.A. Pai, the founder of the Manipal Group of Institutions. He could very well have gone abroad, earned a lot of money, and gone away from India. Instead, he chose to be in Manipal, in Udupi, and set up the institutions. He focused on education, he focused on healthcare, he focused on poverty. He said, let me act, let me work on those things over which we have control. He spent his time and energy on people with whom he had influence. He spent his time and energy in the community where he wanted to contribute. Proactivity means spending your time and energy in those areas where you have control, you have some influence. It's very easy for us to say the world is like this, the country is like this, condemn everything. But is it possible for you to work in your sphere, in your area, in your domain, and contribute in your own special way to make it a better place to live? That is what you must try to do. Wherever you are, whatever you do, make sure that you contribute so that you make the people around you happy. This is another message I want you to keep in mind. Whatever you can do, contribute to help people around you. In some way, that is the ultimate joy, that is the ultimate success. My dear students, when you progress in life, you will be stressed. Stress is part of life. There will be challenges. You must learn to manage stress. There are two types of stress. Professor Sashikiran will tell you. There are two types of stress. One is called distress. Distress is stress that does not make you perform well. It will hinder your performance. That is distress. There is another type of stress, what is called good stress. Eustress. E-U-S-T-R-E-S-S. Eustress. Eustress is good stress. Good stress is the stress that will make you perform at your peak. When athletes perform, when they have to run the 100 meters or the 200 or 400 meters or to swim, they come to a level where they have that eustress when you give your best. This is how you will feel when you go for examinations. When you are well prepared, you look forward to an examination. It is a challenge and an opportunity to show what you know. That is eustress. I want you, one, to enjoy the eustress that will make you perform well, and also to minimize distress. Now, stress can be minimized in several ways. There are several things you can do, but I just want you to be aware, a simple approach to understanding stress. Stress that will help you to perform well is eustress. Stress that will make your performance less is distress. Try to avoid distress. There are several ways in which you can avoid distress, but be aware of it and make a conscious effort, whether it is exercise or yoga or meditation, whatever is it that you can do to de-stress, make sure that you build that into your life. As young students, you may be tempted to sacrifice your sleep. One thing that you will sacrifice usually is sleep. Please make sure that you sleep well enough, long enough. Sleep will refresh you. As youngsters, you tend to sacrifice food. Food, nutritious food, healthy, nutritious food is necessary for you to function well. Please make sure that you take. I am giving you advice which has been given to you by your parents, but I think it is important. Don't sacrifice your sleep. Don't sacrifice good, nutritious food. Make sure that you have some exercise, some activity that will keep you fit. Fitness. It's very important that you are fit. Unless you are fit, unless you have a healthy body, you cannot have a healthy mind. Please invest in an hour of physical fitness every day. And most important, 4, please be happy, cheerful, and enjoy what you do. If you do this, it will make all the difference. Your entire approach and outlook towards life will change. It is important that you have a positive attitude. Attitude that is positive always, in spite of all the challenges that you may have. Make sure that your attitude is positive. And at this point, I have to share with you what Mahatma Gandhi himself has said. No one could have said it as Mahatma Gandhi had said. Keep your thoughts positive, because your thoughts become your words. Keep your words positive, because your words become your behavior. Keep your behavior positive, because your behavior become your habits. Keep your habits positive, because your habits become your values. Keep your values positive, because your values become your destiny. This is the message Mahatma Gandhi himself said. It all starts with having the right thoughts. Right thought, right words, right behavior and habits, and then your destiny. So it all begins with your thoughts. So make sure that your thoughts are in such a way that you're always positive, and it will be something that you will never ever regret. Learn to be positive no matter what. That positivity is what that is going to take you through, make you sail through life. I have to tell you another story, and this is the last story I'm telling you. This is the story of Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin was a comedian. He was a prankster. In olden days, the black and white movies, and there was no sound also. They used to have Charlie Chaplin entertaining us. Now, Charlie Chaplin, being a trickster and a prankster, was well known, and his friends wanted to celebrate his birthday. His birthday was to be celebrated in London. Unfortunately, Charlie Chaplin was not going to be there. He had to travel. He was not going to be there. But the friends decided to have a birthday celebration. And the birthday celebration had a competition. Competition was, you must act like Charlie Chaplin. So that was the competition. People could enter the competition and act like Charlie Chaplin. Many people entered, and Charlie Chaplin himself, he decided to be there. Even though he was not supposed to be there, he decided that he will be there and play a prank. And the prank he played was, he entered his own application. He entered himself in the competition. Nobody knew that he had entered the competition. When the results of the competition were announced, Charlie Chaplin came third in the competition. The message is this: when he tried to be somebody else, he could not come on top. He came third. This is the message that I want you to remember. In life, you are unique. Each one of you is unique. Each one of you is rare. Don't try to be somebody else. Be yourself. In your being yourself, it is your strength, it is your uniqueness, it is your rarity. No one can be you. Never try to be somebody else. You may learn lessons from somebody else, but make sure that you remain unique, you remain rare, and you become a model for yourself. Don't try to be somebody else, because in our effort to ape, in our effort to imitate, we often fail. Please remember, acknowledge your strengths, acknowledge whatever is giving you that comfort and beauty, take it and develop it. Please remember, the message is this, that if you want to succeed, be yourself. And I want to conclude with one very favorite poem of mine, which is basically to say, you be what you are. If you can't be a pine on the top of the hill, be a scrub in the valley, but be the best little scrub by the side of the rill. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a bush, be a bit of the grass, and some highway happier make. If you can't be a highway, just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. It isn't by size that you win or you fail. Be the best of whatever you are. Have your great future ahead. Wish you the very, very best in life. Thank you very much.